What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. You all seriously make my day, and I'm just so grateful for our amazing tribe. Oops. I'm just knocking things over. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get a reading for the Divine Feminine. All right. So if you resonate with being Divine Feminine, doesn't matter what your gender is, hopefully there is a message here for you today. We're just going to do a little check-in to see what the vibe is, my loves. Let's ring the sound bowl. We'll call in spirit and then, of course, get the party started. Here we go. All right. Okay, I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, let's see what we have for the Divine Feminine energy for the day, for the week, for the month. I don't know how long it's going to last, but we have Lalita, the red goddess. So we have playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. You are being asked to step into your playful energy right now. Enjoy some good times, lighthearted conversations with friends, going out, maybe enjoying the holiday season, perhaps. Getting into that light energy and maybe not taking ourselves or life so seriously. I like that energy a lot for the day. We have Akalinda, if I'm saying it right. I'm probably not, so please correct me if I'm wrong. If you know how to phonetically pronounce names of these goddesses that I'm butchering, please do so in the comments. Let me know. The goddess of never not broken. Okay. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. So no matter what has happened or what has been going on, you are being asked to switch your vibe on purpose, basically. Even if you've had some difficult times recently, some difficult days, difficult feelings, you are being asked to shift your focus on the things that you don't want to happen and shift your thoughts and your attention to what you do want to see in your life. And that can be easily done when we get into the energy of, playfulness, right? Laughter, helping us to bring in more love and light into our world. That really does help when we are trying to manifest something, or when we're trying to focus on what it is that we want rather than what it is that we've had and what we have become disappointed in. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. We have Our Lady of Guadalupe. We have the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. So just know that you are safe you're safe. It's safe for you to go ahead, lighten up, have some fun. You're protected as you move throughout this day, this week, this month. Just know that you are under divine protection. So that's always really nice when that comes up. It's pretty good. It's giving an energy of like switching the vibe for yourself consciously, not allowing yourself to kind of get too down into the dumps. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity here, friends. I'm really talking about working with, of course, the law of attraction, which, we talk about a little bit here on the channel. And it is all about what frequency you're tuning into. So yes, we can acknowledge that difficult things can happen or have happened in our lives. But the more we dwell on what we don't want, or the feelings of what we don't want to see happening, or maybe even the feelings of lack, disappointment, things of that nature, the more we're attracting in that same kind of vibe. So it is very powerful to maybe go out and, like I said, get into that playful energy, switch up the vibe, allow lightness, allow laughter, allow happiness and joy to come into your world, no matter what the circumstances are. That way you are changing the tune of your frequency to allow more joy and things to be happy for to come into your world. Like, okay, that's coming up here for the divine feminine. So whoever needs to hear that, if you're aligning with that message, you can go ahead and like the reading so far. So good, right? We can all stand to bring in a little bit more joy and playfulness into our daily lives. And we can do that. Okay. Some of you are maybe asking already before I even shuffle here, how can I do that when things are looking, a certain kind of way, or I'm not feeling so hot today, or, maybe I'm not feeling great, whatever. You can do that by putting on your favorite songs or doing something that brings you a lot of joy, that brings you out of the funk energy if you're feeling any of that funk. Okay. Yeah. And I mean, it's going to be unique and different for everyone. For me, I like to have a little dance party or something, or I really like to, I don't know, it brings me a lot of joy to make food for friends. I'm a Cancer, so I don't know, it's just part of the thing, the nurturing thing that happens for me. But yeah, just do something here that brings a joy to your heart, and then that kind of gets you out of that energy of thinking of all the times or all the situations where things haven't been going right. Okay, it really is all it is a conscious flip of the switch here today. Okay, we have the incoming vibe. Yeah, the 5 of Swords. So for some of you here, this is really relevant for you, because with the 5 of Swords, you may have recently had some kind of challenge, maybe to do with communication in your life. But it really talks about stating things that needed to be stated. The 5 of Swords to me is somebody who speaks their truth. And sometimes we can be a little sharp, or maybe someone has spoken their truth to us and we didn't like what we heard. Maybe somebody, maybe you've had to decide to walk away from someone or no longer invest in a certain situation. It can go back and forth, y'all. This is a general reading. So there's a feeling of, I'm just getting through a challenge. I'm not really happy with the way things have turned out so far. So it is going to be very important for you to kind of get out of ruminating on that, at least for the day, at least for the vibe. Okay, so what is the current energy? Yeah, 9 of Swords. I can see this. Somebody's really worried about it. Someone here is kind of in their head, and, thinking about all the what ifs, worries, it could be any area of your life. Maybe it's financial concerns. Maybe it's relationships, a fight with a friend or a family member, an argument, maybe at work, something here that just felt like it was off balance, very challenging. And now there's a worry over, oh my gosh, what's going to happen now? What's going to happen next? I can't seem to stop thinking about the situation. So this is a very specific message for somebody who is going through a challenging moment right now. Your best way out of it, of course, we will get some advice, but so far from Spirit saying, you know what? Lighten your load, lighten the energy, get out there, stop thinking about it. And I know it is easier said than done, but perhaps getting yourself involved with some activities that will bring in playful energy and laughter, even if it's just like, putting on a comedy or something, something that makes you laugh, or listening to, stand-up comedy. I don't know what it is, whatever will get you out of the funk, to get you out of your head. All right. Because Spirit just does not want you ruminating on this situation right now. Okay. So let's just see what's next, what's coming in. And maybe that's something that you could be worried about. So let's see what comes through. What's next? Okay. We have the Knight of Cups coming up in reverse. I feel like for some of you, there is a disappointment here, okay? And there is a disappointment, maybe something that you were hoping to receive. I'm going to use like a Christmas bonus or something, okay? I don't know why this came up, but for some of you, maybe you were waiting for like some kind of Christmas bonus. You were banking on it, and you go to work or you look at your bank statement and it didn't come in, and you're like, oh my God, what the hell's happening? Maybe you said a piece to your boss at work or whatever it is, and now you're worried about, oh my gosh, how am I going to get through? How am I going to get through? So yeah, really focused on all of the anxiety or fear around the situation. If it's in your love life, it's like, oh, I was really hoping I would hear from such and such. I didn't. Now what's going to happen? Are we going to break up? Are we getting back together? What's happening, right? So again, it's still the same message. Like there's something here that unfortunately wasn't meant to happen or meant to come in. I do feel like there's something bigger, something better coming towards you. Now, in the case of Christmas bonus, I'm not saying you didn't deserve it for your hard work, energy, and effort, but unfortunately, we are living in this time where greed is just, especially corporate greed or whatever, it's sickening. Okay. So, I mean, I don't want you to think that you didn't deserve it, because you're likely being exploited. Okay. For your hard work, time, energy, and effort that you give to a company. All right. That's not the same scenario. Hold on. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, the challenges. Some of you, this is happening in your, this is happening in your finances, because the Nine of Pentacles, it's like you really want to be able to have enough, or you really are trying to take care of yourself. And maybe it's just challenge after challenge that's been piling up for you right now. So I can see how it would be hard not to think about what you need, right? Or what you're lacking. And especially when it comes to finances, things are, pretty tight for a lot of people right now. So it is really important that we are working consciously with the energy that we're putting out into the universe. Okay. Does it suck that you didn't get what you were expecting? Absolutely. Okay. Nobody's arguing that. Is it a really bad timing? Is it going to affect your day-to-day life, or how much money you're bringing in, or your independence, or your abundance right now? Maybe it is, right? But the way we change that is we change our focus. Okay. We change our focus from what it is that we are lacking to what it is that we desire, what it is that we want. And it can seem a little bit counterintuitive, because we can't think about what it is that we have. We need to put ourselves in a situation where we're constantly reminding ourselves, hey, I'm rich. I've got enough and more. I've got, so it's a time to really work with your affirmations and really feel those feelings and watch the words that you say. Okay. Especially if you're like having conversations and, even casual conversations, really watch your words right now, because it's really important if you want to get yourself out of this little rut. Especially a little financial rut. Okay. If you want to get yourself out of it, you really need to watch what you're saying in casual conversations. Anywhere, if you're out complaining about what just happened, you're still kind of in the energy of feeling lack. So, I'm not saying to ignore what's happened, but of course, acknowledge it, feel the feelings you need to, and then move on and try to lighten up your energy and switch the tuning of your vibration, because you don't want to bring in more lack into your life. You want to align with your abundance and prosperity, right? So we do that by, it's almost like tricking yourself, but you have to really feel it. You have to start counting your blessings, looking around you, being grateful, feeling rich, make yourself feel rich. I don't know if you have to dress up, put on some high heels, or, a suit, or whatever it is that makes you feel pretty, or makes you feel rich, or makes you feel abundant. Get into a space and have fun with it, because that energy will blast out into the universe, and it really is flipping the script and switching the vibe. And so you will, it's not instant. Of course, we do have time as a little bit of a buffer here, but at least you are changing the channel, and you will start to see what it is that you are focusing on, your want, your desire for more money or abundance, or whatever it is here for you. I'm using money because I feel like it's really coming through at the moment. So get yourself into a prosperity mindset. And do it on purpose, okay, so that you can start to change that vibe up, so you're getting ready to receive the abundance that will be coming your way, okay? So how are you going to feel about all of this? Yeah, it is heavy. See, that's the thing. Like, this is really heavy. Something recently has happened that is putting a lot of pressure on you. You are really stressed out. Maybe bills are starting to pile up here. I don't exactly know what's happening, but I feel like it's really, really heavy. And so the more we focus on the situation that we don't want, the more pressure will start to build. And Spirit's just begging you to lighten up, even though it feels like an impossible situation. Your only way out of this vibe right now is to consciously flip the script. Okay. So let's see what the advice, specific advice. Yeah, get out of that. Get out of that. Okay, so there's a lot of challenge here today. It doesn't seem like this is an easy day, or whenever it is that you tune into this message. Um, and I know it's not going to be for everyone. So if you're out there and everything's butterfly, rainbows, and sunshine, please don't make people feel bad for going through a tough time right now. And I just don't really want to see that. Well, everything's fine for me. Whatever in the comments, don't make people feel bad. People have hard times. Okay. And whoever is reading this is difficult. Okay. So we don't need any of that. Like, rub it in someone's face that your life is great. Well, good for you. Here's a freaking cookie. Okay. Let's move on. Anyways, you have to get yourself all on the same page. And that's what I mean. Right now, you're going through a little bit of an internal struggle, because I feel like the words that I'm saying here in the reading, this is information that you already know. You already know this stuff to be true, right? But it is very difficult to actually get yourself on that same page. It's really difficult to pull yourself out of this energy when your reality is not looking very abundant at the moment. Okay, I get that. So you have to really work on this. You have to really pay attention to every thought that crosses your mind, and consciously flip the script. Okay, because the more we focus on what's happening that doesn't feel right or that you don't want, the more it will start piling up. So I totally understand where you are in the moment. I know how difficult it is, but I also know that it can be done. Okay. Even if you need to come back to this reading 1,000 times a day to remind yourself, go for it. You can save it to a little playlist. I would recommend getting into some audiobooks or listening, tuning into not only your favorite stuff or whatever is going to bring in the energy of lightness and joy into your world, so that you can stop focusing on what's going wrong right now. I would also suggest listening to some podcasts, maybe The Power of Now. It's good, Eckhart Tolle. It's good. It helps us kind of come into the moment, or remind ourselves how to turn off that thinker in the mind that just doesn't ever want to shut up, especially when you've got a lot piled on your plate right now and all you really want is freedom, independence, and abundance, and it doesn't look like it's happening for you right now. I know how difficult it is, but anyway, so that is, that book will, to help you to become more aware of your thoughts. I also recommend, I've been listening to a lot of Esther Hicks and the channelings, Abraham and stuff like that. That's also very helpful. If you can, I know there's a lot of stuff online that you can go ahead and tap into here on YouTube. Anything with the law of attraction, anyone who's really going to lift your spirits or pull you out, or at least empower you and let you know that you do have the ability to flip the script, okay, energetically. All right, so let's see what the outgoing energy is. It's going to be really important. Just be mindful, be mindful of the words that you speak. Yeah. We have the Seven of Wands. There's a lot of challenge in this reading. Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups here too. Okay, listen. We are not going to lie. We've got all 5 7s and 9s. We've got 5 7s and 9s. 2 5s, boom. 2 7s, boom. 2 9s. These are the most challenging energies, okay? And numerologically speaking, 5s are challenges. 7s are spiritual challenges, okay? But it's also change. 5s are change. So you're in the midst. You have an opportunity right now. And 9s is when things are almost over, okay? It's the abundance of the energy, okay? And the area which comes up that is challenging is more independence, finance, and abundance, okay? So a lot of worries about that, right? But this is a very powerful moment for yourself when you can completely take ownership of your own energy. And this makes a lot of sense. So the goddess of never not broken. So that's like, oh, things are always, shit for me, or things are never working out, or I never da 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 da. Don't ever make statements like that. Right? You got to get yourself out of that way of thinking, because you're just bringing in more. Okay. So, I mean, it really depends on what you believe, but the law of attraction is real, folks, whether you believe in it or not. And you can see evidence of it in your life. This is all about a switch in mindset and how important it is for you right now, even though things are looking a little, or not a little, pretty stressful for you. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, whatever makes you happy, that's what you got to focus on right now. Again, this is not saying going out there pretending like it, it's not like toxic positivity. It's so difficult to explain the switch that has to happen. You almost do have to, I don't want to say lie to yourself, but kind of, you have to fake it till you make it. Okay. You really do. In these kinds of situations, because the words that you state, your spoken word is very powerful, and the thoughts that you think and the energy that you put out into the world right now, that's what you need to be working on, and need to be focusing on what you want rather than what you don't want, in order to see things change for you. Okay. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead, and I do have a deck that is by Esther Hicks here. It is actually sitting here on my deck. It's a law of attraction deck for you, Divine Feminine. So let's see what the message that wants to come out. Okay. Here, it's perfect. Of course it's perfect. Of course it is. I can gradually change my vibrational frequency. So this is what happens, is that you gradually change it. You work on it. Okay. I can gradually change my vibrational frequency. There is no thought that you cannot eventually have, just as there is no place that you cannot eventually reach from wherever you are. But you cannot constantly jump to a thought that has a vibrational frequency very different from the thoughts you are usually thinking. So this is what it's saying. Like, if you're always thinking about all the worst things and all the stress and all the upset and all the challenges, you can't all of a sudden get yourself in a situation where everything's peachy and rainbows and roses. You have to work with your thoughts. You have to gradually switch your frequency. You can't expect to go from challenge to prosperity in an instant, because your thoughts don't match. Okay. So you have to gradually, you will see a gradual shift in your reality as your thoughts completely change. Okay. As you work on changing the way that you're thinking and changing your focus to what it is that you want rather than what it is that you don't want. Okay. So, and then once the thoughts in your head are consistently a lot better, or a lot more, a different, let's just say not better or worse, let's just say a different frequency. You're emitting a different frequency out into the universe. The law of attraction states that like attracts like, and you are going to be bringing in new circumstances that now match the thoughts, the more uplifting, or the thoughts on the things that you actually do want to manifest into your reality. That is what's going to that's what's going to come into you, because that's just how it works. It's a rule. It's hard and fast. Okay. There's no changing it. You have to have that frequency in order it has to match. Okay. All right. So I feel like this is a very specific reading. Thank you for being here. If you like these kinds of readings where we get real and talk about more spiritual stuff and things of that nature, please let me know in the comments, or you can like this reading. You can subscribe if you're new here, and just let me know, because I do, it brings me a lot of joy to share this kind of information in readings when it comes up. But I can focus more on this kind of stuff if you want to. I'm here for you. So, I mean, I know people still really love reading, so I'll always kind of do that. It's the bread and butter of the channel. But let me know if you like these kinds of readings more on law of attraction and things like that. And I can you know, hopefully try to focus more on spiritual development and things like that too. Okay, anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so very much for being here. Of course, I always appreciate your feedback, and I will read for you again soon. Take care and have a blessed day.
She said she'd only kill me, fly through the car to death. She said she'd only love me, fly through the car that wasn't in the deck. The card my finger touched, think I got my wish. You know for sure when it's all done, she said she was a beautiful wish.